Gotta summon the energy for this, All right. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back to another episode of the Going the Distance podcast. My name is Ryan Bennell, and alongside me is my co-host Elijah Span. We are back again live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that jazz for another episode. Of course, we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs, as that is probably the biggest thing in sports happening right now. So both the Eastern and Western Conference series we'll be covering. Also, hinted on basketball, we'll go into a little bit of a top five debate because I've seen a lot on sports radio and talk shows and everything just about where Luka stands, and that kind of, that kind of inspired me to want to talk about some of that. And we also got another top five. This was Elijah's input for a top five worst coaches of the 21st century. So just another little fun segment since it's kind of a slow time in sports right now. A little bit of MLB news and, of course, love it or loathe it to round things out. But before we get into the nitty gritty, be sure to follow us over on social media at GTD_sports, other than TikTok, where we are at GTDsports.com. You can check out our personal accounts. As you see on the screen, I am at Ryan Bennell 8, and Elijah is at Elijah Span 19. We also got, one more thing before I forget. Be sure to use code GTDS125 on BetUS Sportsbook, where you get up to a 125% deposit bonus in free play. It's a great deal. I love that site. I've been using it a little bit now. And, y'all should sign up through us. You can find that on our social media or anywhere. And last but not least in this lengthy intro is a little bit of an announcement. We have a newly formed GTD Sports Chalkboard group. And if you haven't heard of the Chalkboard Sports app, it's essentially kind of like the Action Network where you can track your picks and Discord combined. And everybody, there's like certain groups, and each group has different chat rooms, like Discord almost. So that's going to be a space where you guys as listeners can interact with us if you desire to. We're going to be posting some of our sports betting picks in there. We're just going to be shooting the bull, talking about if something crazy happens, like, oh my God, did you guys see that dunk or something? So be sure to join that. We're about to put that out officially on our social media, probably either tonight or tomorrow morning once we get everything sorted out and organized with that, because it just launched this morning before we started recording. But all right, I can take my breath, and we're going to get into some highlight, low light. Elijah, what do you got?
Okay, so my highlight is NCAA 14. I finally found a good file to download it online and play it on an emulator. And I also found out how to get the mod to make it modern day. So, like, I'm playing a Dynasty right now, and I'm playing with Max Duggan and Chandler Morris and Zach Evans.
Oh, so wait, is it on the PC?
Yeah.
Shit, bro, you're going to have to hook me up with that.
Yeah, you just literally, bro, just Google it. Like, just look up, like, how to play NCAA 14 on PC, and then I used the best one was a guy named Kenny Dots, and he just showed me how to do it. And I've been playing the actual game. I've streamed it twice on YouTube now, but both got a total of 0 views. So I don't know if I'm gonna stream it anymore.
Was it on the GTD account?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll move to Twitter, just stream it on Twitter.
That might work. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because I've always seen, like, what is it called? NCAA, like, revamped.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I got.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that is what it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I've always seen that it's, like, super complex to download it. So, but I mean, I guess if there's, like, a tutorial video and shit. Then...
Yeah, it's really not that hard. I did it.
Can we play online against each other?
No, I don't think so.
Shit, honestly, I've been looking for, like, a new game to kind of grind, because I was on MLB The Show 22 for a long time, but I feel like, and then I went on a vacation for a week, and I haven't played since, but I feel like if I go on there, I'm just going to get sucked back in, dude.
Yeah, that's a dangerous path.
It is, bro, like, because they're going to make me grind out those challenges and everything.
It's also a path of darkness, because I don't think any game makes me more mad than that fucking game.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. But it's also...
I will scream.
It's, honestly, it's very compatible to, like, golf in the sense of, like, you know, it feels like heroin whenever you get that perfect hit, that home run, that perfect shot. But then whenever you don't, it's just like, ugh!
Yeah,
you know, like you want to, you know, punch yourself. But all right, what you got for low light?
I pulled a muscle in my butt, and now it hurts to sit down. So like, I guess I did it when I was golfing. It's like in my hip, and it goes all the way down to like the side of my butt.
Dude,
And
butt muscles are no joke, man.
dude, the glutes, it got the glutes pretty good. And so
shit.
now, like when I'm walking around, like I squat just fine. Like I went to the gym, I squatted, I did some leg workouts, it was fine. But just like the only time it hurts is when I sit down, which is really annoying. Laying down is fine, but like right now, like I feel it. I had to put some CBD oil on it for this podcast.
Yeah,
it helps a little bit.
Maybe get some icy hot gel. Did I remember whenever I played like AAU basketball way back when I was a boy? I pulled my butt muscle one time, and I was like, Coach, like I can try to run, but like this shit hurts. Like this shit really hurts. Yeah. And she was yelling, and then like 2 months later, she pulls her butt muscle and is like, "Hey, I just want to say I'm sorry for being hard on you. Like this shit hurts." So I'm like, "Yeah, it fucking does." Like, so yeah, it's not a fun thing to.
Have you ever pulled a hammy?
Oh yeah, dude, I did that. I'll never forget running the 40-yard dash in 8th grade track.
Dude, because the thing about the hammy is like it doesn't hurt that much, but like it just stays there for like 2 months.
Dude, mine was like as I was running, it was honestly like stereotypical in the sense of like I was just sprinting and then I just go and I just like fall back almost before I finish the run.
Nah, I did it during baseball season. I just played through it the whole season because like it's baseball. But like when they'd have us run poles, like because you can't get like full extension, so I'd be running like full leg and then like half stepping with my other leg. Just like like I had a freaking
turn it out with one
broken ankle or something, trying to get down the court. But yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, not a fun time. But alrighty. My highlight, I got two. One's kind of just a short one. So tomorrow, I'm kind of excited. I get the opportunity. I'm working in the press box of Globe Life Field, the new Rangers ballpark, because TCU is playing in the Big 12 tournament there. So I'm going to cover the Frogs, and I'm just hyped because the press box there is nuts. So that'll be cool. And then my main highlight is the fact that this past week I shot one of my best rounds of golf. I finally went to the driving range about like 3 times before I went playing. Took almost like 10 strokes off my game, and I lost like a significant amount less of balls. I usually lose about 9. This time I lost like 3 or 4. I think I finished losing. So that was a dub to me, and I barely took any mulligans. So I was very happy with it. It felt really good. And that kind of leads into my low light though. As I've been playing golf more and as I've been getting into, because I've been like really getting addicted to it lately. Like all I watch on TikTok is like how to improve your swing, like tips and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, like I just want to play. But the more I'm into it, the more I'm realizing this shit's expensive, dog.
It's
like
ridiculously expensive.
It's tough, dude. Because it's like, I need to start going to like Walmart and buying like 48 balls for $20.
Oh, the nitro.
Yeah, just buying something. I don't really care what I hit right now. I'm not that good, so It's not like I'm going to be like, oh yeah, the Pro V1s give you green speeds, the spin. No, I don't. I don't know enough. Plus, I don't want to lose a golf ball if it's like $2.
Nah, when you're this bad, it really doesn't matter. Like all these clowns out there, all these amateurs that are just shooting Pro V1s just because it's what the pros do. It's just like you're really not doing that much for yourself.
Right now. You're doing yourself an injustice. And honestly, just
unless you're just a player that doesn't lose that much balls, like there's really not much sense to spend $50 on a 12-pack.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've been spending, or not like every time, but the last couple times I've had to buy balls just because I didn't have any, and like so I'd get a 12-pack and it'd be like $25-$30. I'm like, and I got the cheapest one too. Like the Pro ones would be like, I don't even know, $40-$50.
Yeah, they're about $45-$50. I just get the refurbished ones at Academy, and I usually spend about 15 on the. I like the TaylorMades.
TaylorMade. Oh yeah, TaylorMade ones aren't bad.
Yeah, but
not bad at all.
I agree with that though. When you asked me to go golfing, I wanted to say yes, but I was like, dude, I just had the most expensive weekend of my life.
You trying to go tomorrow, bro? What's up?
I can't, dude. It's just no monies. I'm about to get paid soon though.
All right. Well, soon we'll take a GTD golf trip once we get all this stuff figured out and once the chalkboard gets rolling and everything,
Mm-hmm.
But alrighty, that's our highlight, low light from this past week. Now on to the NBA playoffs. Now there isn't really necessarily much to talk about because there's only 2 series going on right now. But we'll start off with the Mavs and the Warriors because it's a little bit less exciting. I feel bad saying that, but I mean at this point, down 3-0. They would be the first team in NBA history to ever make this comeback. I don't see it happening. Not many people do see it happening. But, Elijah, I want to hear from you, a Mavs fan. Is there any chance of a comeback?
I just want to know why there's so much buzz around it. I guess because Luka said.
Because it's Luka, bro, probably.
Yeah. Because, I've seen so much stuff. It's like, is this going to be the first team to come back down 3-0? And I'm like, what? I've never seen this question posed before like this, which is kind of crazy. So just because they're posing it so much is making me be like, well, maybe they could. I don't know.
Well, to me, it makes more sense to pose that question after they've won 2 or it's 3-3, but not 3-1.
I think that we can steal another one, but if it goes to a 6th game, then the Warriors are gonna be like, oh shoot, we're the Warriors, and then
exactly
close it out game 6, which wouldn't be. I would be okay with 2 games after being down 3-0.
I don't know though. Honestly, here's my thing. I think if they find a way to win Game 5 in Golden State, I think they win Game 6. Yeah, I think they win Game 6 at home. But I don't think they would win Game 7 though. I don't think so.
Maybe we could actually get like a good basketball game in Game 7 because this playoffs is nothing but blowouts.
Dude, it's actually been so frustrating. Like both series, because of course everybody got excited because it should be, it's the conference finals. It should be the closest, most battle-tested type games and whatnot. But it's literally been, especially the Heat Celtics series, it's been who's gonna blow somebody out in one quarter and then game over. That's it. That's the game. So there really hasn't been any close fourth quarter, near overtime, clutch shots or anything that's been super exciting. But I think that might change tonight with the Heat game, but we'll get to that in just a second. And speaking of the comeback, though, I saw this one dude. I think it was FanDuel or DraftKings, one of the big sports books. He bet $40,000 on the Mavs to win the series, and the payout is $3.5 million. That's just dumb. $40,000 to bet on the first time for it to ever happen in history.
Yeah, but it could.
I mean, it could, I guess. I mean, if you got the money like that, why not? I guess, but
I don't know. That's wild though. That's too much money.
Another question I have for you though is, even if the Mavs end up losing this series 4-1 and they don't come away with the Game 5 win or anything, would you call this season a success?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we don't have a bona fide number 2 guy, and we went this far. The main thing I wanted out of this playoffs was Luka to win a playoff series and then be competitive after that, which we did, and we won 2 playoff series. And I mean, we're maybe going to be competitive in this one. I don't know. Like I said before, for some reason people think we are, but even if it didn't happen, I'm okay with it. 100%.
Yeah, I think just seeing Luka kind of thrive in the playoffs already was really all you needed as a Mavs fan, because I don't know how you would probably know more about this, just because off-season wise, it seems like the Mavs are kind of a little bit frustrating. The fan base always wants them to go after these marquee guys, and they never really do. But they also draft well, so except for in Josh Green's case, but
well,
anyway.
It's not that we don't go after them; it's that they don't sign with us. Remember DeAndre Jordan?
I do remember that was a huge one.
It's stuff like that. Dwight Howard wouldn't sign with us back when he was still good. Devin Williams, remember him?
Yeah.
He spurned us, and he was supposed to come to us because he was a hometown guy, but then he left us. But then he didn't come to us for the Nets, and so we just have bad luck with free agents. So I don't have any doubt. It's not like we haven't tried to. We tried getting Kristaps, it just didn't work out. It just sucked because he just wasn't the same player before the injury. So
that one is really unfortunate because you actually did get him. Yeah, and then it just didn't work out.
Because that could have been
awesome.
Dope. It could have been really dope. But
I think part of the reason too is just because not a lot of people necessarily wanted to play in Dallas. Like, historically from an NBA standpoint, like the Lakers and the Celtics, like teams like that would have a lot more pull just because of their franchise, accolades and everything. But I think now, simply because of Luka, you're going to have all these free agents that want to play with him, or not every free agent, because obviously like Luka's going to take away their shine, some of them, but I bet there's going to be a decent amount of number twos that would want to go. But I mean, I don't know. You could make an argument that Jalen Brunson's carved himself into a solid number two.
I wouldn't say he's a number two, but I would say he's a guy. Like
he's a guy.
Yeah. Like he's definitely a guy that could be on a championship caliber team. Like for sure.
Well, I'll reword. So not like a solidified number two across the league, but I think he could be like a good number two for a bad team.
Okay.
If that
he
makes
could be
sense.
a number one for a bad team.
Maybe, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's true. If they're really bad, then yeah. But
I mean, I just think that he could be a good player on any team. Like you want Jalen Brunson.
I agree with that. I do think
you want a Jalen Brunson type player on your team, even though he is short. But I think we need a big man, and we need a big wing.
Athletic big man is what you guys need, bro. Y'all need to sign DeAndre Ayton. You really do. You already mentioned it last time, right?
I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nasty.
Yeah.
All right.
If he actually tried to.
All right. Let's go on from the West to the East now with my Miami Heat against the Boston Celtics. This is the best way I can describe this series so far. It has been so good, but so bad at the same time. Like we hinted at earlier, like literally every game has just been who's going to win a quarter. It's usually been the first quarter, sometimes the third quarter, but it's like the stats. I think there's like 5 quarters that have a 20+ point differential or some weird stat like that. I don't even know, but it's ridiculous. And I just hope that the Heat are on the front foot of that instead of being the ones that got blown out like game 4, which was not fun to watch. I literally fell asleep during it. But yeah, none of the games have been close. So that's why I'm kind of hoping that the curse will be broken tonight and we'll actually get a good ball game. But I only hope for that if the Heat win, because this is a must win for the Heat, in my opinion. I feel like whoever wins this one is going to win the series. Would you agree?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's game 5, so like it says like on the stat books all the time, like if you win game 5 when it's tied 2-2, that team wins like 75% of the series that goes on. So like 100%.
Especially because we have home court advantage too, which is like I don't really see us winning back in Boston again. I think we have to win it at home, and that's fine by me. I'm fine going to 7, and I'm fine winning it at home. But, there's going to be a few things that need to change if we're going to do so, because Tatum looks sharp in game 4. Al Horford's been playing well. They got Marcus Smart back. They got the whole team now, and now the Heat are kind of struggling with a little bit of injuries. Tyler Hero sat out in game 4. Max Strus now dealing with some quad injury. Gabe Vincent is also questionable for some reason. Don't even know why, but a few things that I think need to happen for the Heat to win this series is I think Tyler Hero, of course, needs to actually play, get healthy, play this game, which I think he should. He's supposed to, and play better because he's been shooting like shit. He was like 3 for 14 in game 3. And then Bam needs to play like Bam. He's been playing like a little bitch whenever Robert Williams is in the game, and I'm tired of it because he's second team all defense, like literally one of the finalists for defensive player of the year, basically. So he should not be getting bitched by Robert Williams, but he is, and he's scared on offense. He's not taking shots. But in game 3, when Robert Williams was out, guess what happened? He had like 30 points and 10 rebounds. So Bam needs to play like Bam again and step up. And then also, like I said, even though they are a little banged up with quad injuries, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, those young Bucks, they got to step up and make plays because Gabe Vincent has been the highlight of the playoffs, in my opinion. Well, other than Jimmy Butler, of course, but Gabe Vincent's been making some plays, dude, and not even a lot of like casuals know about him, but he's a baller, and he's finally got his chance this year. So I don't know. Originally, before this started, you were on the Celtics, Elijah. Are you where are you at now?
Oh, I'm still in the C's.
Fuck that, man. See,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel as bad saying I'm on the Warriors now that it's like 3-1 because I was on the Mavs. I was hoping the Mavs would have pulled it out just because I want to see a Heat Mavs finals. But I don't know, man. The Heat too are the first 1 seed in the last 4 years to have a home game as the underdog. They are 3.5-point dogs tonight.
It's crazy.
At home they are. So I don't know. That's a lot of value.
Dang, that sounds like a rat line to me.
It does sound like a rat line, bro. I don't know, man. I don't bet on the Heat spread though, just because I'm too biased. I don't want to think about it. But
yeah, it's hard. Maybe a player prop parlay.
I'm always down for a little prize picks action or something.
Dude, I haven't. Oh yeah, I forgot about prize picks.
Yeah, prize picks is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I hit one on Game 4 of the Heat Celtics. I went 3 for 5, so I hit I bet 25 and I got 10 back. So it wasn't like a complete loss. So that's kind of why I like that site. Even if you go 3 for 5, you don't lose everything.
Yeah.
But tonight, I kind of want to go 5 for 5. Well, shit, the game's in like 26 minutes, so that might be a stretch. I don't know. We might be finished by then.
Okay, but yeah, no. Heat Celtics. Yeah, I'm still in the Celtics. I just think that they are the better team. Just sorry.
I mean, obviously Vegas does too, and so does most of America. But that's what this Heat team's all about, bro. That's what this Heat culture's about, bro. Proving them wrong. We're the 1 seed for a reason. All right. I'm honestly not super confident. I mean, the Celtics are really fucking good. That's just why I am terrified for tonight's game. And if we win, I'll just be like weight off my shoulder will be good. But
yeah.
All righty. Let's go ahead while we're on the topic of basketball. Like I said, a lot of sports radio, sports talk show debate, and people kind of like Colin Cowherd, I saw, made his top 5 of all time. And that's a whole debate that we could probably spend a whole episode talking about all-time top 5. But I wanted to get your take and my take on our current top 5 players in the league, because there's still a lot of debate, especially with players like Luka, even LeBron. Where does Jokic end up? So I'll go ahead and lead it off with my top 5. And I think this should be a unanimous number 1. I don't think anybody should disagree. I see an argument, but not really. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the number 1 basketball player in the world right now, hands down, without a doubt. He is a freak for a reason. And number 2, I'm going to go with LeBron James. I don't care how old he is. I don't care how bad the Lakers did. Look at his numbers at 38 years old. Mans is still putting up almost 30 points per game, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. He's still putting up numbers, man. So LeBron is still in tip-top shape, followed by number 3, Steph Curry, which was kind of tough. I almost put Steph over LeBron. Number 4, this one was also tough for me. I have number 4 and 5 kind of as interchangeable. And right now I have Kevin Durant at number 4 and then Luka at number 5. But based off this playoffs, I kind of want to switch him and put Luka at number 4 and KD at number 5. Because whereas LeBron is still just putting up ridiculous numbers every game, KD has kind of had a little bit of a slowdown in terms of age we saw this season. So that might change too next year. And then my honorable mention is Nikola Jokic, who would probably be at number 6 for me. And also Kawhi Leonard easily cracks top 4 on this list whenever he's healthy, but he is not healthy, so he's not in there.
He'll never be healthy. I think he's going to have this ACL injury for the rest of his career.
It does seem like it's literally been forever. Because the reason that this kind of came up is my buddy got into this argument, and then he brought up Kawhi. He was like, well, where do you put Kawhi? And I'm like, well, shit, it's a good point. If he's actually healthy, then he's probably number 3 or number 4, but it's tough.
Yeah.
What do you got though?
Excuse me. Number 1, Giannis, of course. Remember last year at the start of the playoffs, I said that Giannis was the number 1 player in the world, and you and Colton just absolutely shit on me.
I disagree. I do remember I disagreed. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Colton both were like, whoa, like, and I was like, well, he's like top 3. Whoa. I'm like, he's a very good player in the NBA. I don't know what you want from me.
Hey, I was wrong on that one. I was still just riding the LeBron train. I had to hop off it eventually. Giannis took over.
Yeah. And then number 2, I got Steph. I think he's just proven that he's still that guy. He still hits threes at the rate he's capable of, and in the playoffs too. It's just like proving to me even more he's still a premier player in this league. And then number 3, I'm going Luka.
Number 3, bro.
The man does it all, dude. He does it all. He puts the team on his back. Like he literally has not that. He doesn't have a bona fide number 2. He doesn't have a star next to him. So, and he carried all his team. He got 50 wins, 52 wins, and took his team to the Western Conference Finals against the Suns on his back. So, yeah, he's number 3.
It was on his back. Hey, okay. Let's not act like there wasn't a couple Jalen Brunson 40-point performances in there to help.
He was gone.
But no, I know. But no, I mean, I can't argue that. I don't know. Top 3. I mean, I guess I had him at 4, but just putting him in that top 3 is a little bit, I don't know. That's hard. It's a big jump from number 4 to number 3.
All right. Number 4, I got Jokic. Just because he's the nerd guy, he's the statistician, and just watching him play, like, nobody can pass like that guy. He also carried the team on his back to a 6 seed.
He did. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints there.
And so, yeah. And then Embiid is rounding out my top 5 just because, I mean, probably the most dominant center in the league, sans Jokic. I mean, it's him 1 and 2.
For sure. 1 and 2, yeah.
And, I mean, he can shoot threes. He can do it all. So, yeah, Embiid's my 5.
All right, so my problem with this list is
no LeBron.
Where the fuck is LeBron James?
He's not on it.
Why, bro? How you're gonna put Embiid above LeBron, bro? Yeah. He averaged over 30 points per game this season,
dude, on a bad team.
What the fuck does that have to do with it? He's playing against good opponents,
dude. No, it's called empty calories. It's called empty calories. You see it all the time. You see it all the time with like other players that you think could be good on like the Magic or something, like, or guys that don't get enough minutes, like Reggie Jackson. Remember when Reggie Jackson was supposed to be a premier point guard in the league, and then he got traded to the Pistons, and guess what? He sucked. So like it's just empty calories. He's on this dog shit team stuck with Russell Westbrook and stuck with fucking the ghost of Anthony Davis. It's not, and then the ghost of Carmelo Anthony, the ghost of pretty much every player on there is the ghost of who they were. So
okay. I get that they were bad, okay, and
so
I can't really argue.
So like, he's not top 5 for me right now.
But if we're talking about like production value and like from a numbers standpoint, Anthony Davis is a fucking superstar still. Athletic ability wise, still a superstar. Russell Westbrook is a ball hog that likes to take 20 shots a game, and LeBron was still putting up 30 points a game, still getting 6 assists a game. Like, and he had multiple triple doubles throughout the season.
I feel like most guys could put up 30 a game if they wanted to.
See, my thing is, if LeBron was on a worse team with a worse supporting cast, I think they would have been in the playoffs. Based on LeBron carrying how he did. Because he still carried the team. Yeah. It's just based off the other guys being so selfish because, like you said, they are kind of the ghost of their past selves. They think they can still do it like, you know, the old uncle at the barbecue, like, throw me that ball, son. No, they can't do it anymore. They took too many shots from LeBron. He needs better role players. I think I can understand because I am, of course, going to have him at number 2, at least in my top 3. I can understand arguing why he would be like number 4, number 5. But I just think it's wild to just have Luka, Jokic, and Embiid all above him already. Like, I see Steph and Giannis. Those are the ones I could say yes. But I don't know. That's tough for me, bro.
I mean, look, dude. You're saying this right now, but wait till halfway through next season and LeBron still the Lakers are still shit. And
I'm
LeBron's
talking
just
about.
having these empty calories.
I'm not talking about whose team.
I know, but I'm just saying, like LeBron's
player.
just not gonna. He's not gonna put the team on his back. Like, what good is stats if you're not winning?
Okay, so if you had a team right now, right, and it's not like you're drafting a franchise. Okay, it's not like you're starting out. You want a young, good player because, of course, you're going to go with Luka in that situation. But if you are starting a team, you get it for 1 year, and if you win the championship, you get $10 million. Okay, who do you choose to lead that team out of anybody on this list, excluding Giannis? Because, like we said, he's the clear number one.
Dude,
you pick LeBron.
No.
Yes, you do, bro. You pick LeBron.
I picked somebody else. Dude. I think I might pick Luka.
Dude, oh my God. He hasn't been to the finals, bro. Like, if we're talking about from one season, I don't know, man. Okay.
I'm not picking LeBron. I'm not picking LeBron at 38. I'm not doing it.
But it's for 1 year. And if he put up 30 points per game at 38,
he's going to get tired. He's going to get banged up. He was banged up last year. He's banged up the year before. He's going to get banged up next year.
Well, if we're talking about banged up, look at Joel Embiid gets banged up quite a bit.
Yeah, but he's still productive look, he's not in my top 5, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being a little nitpicky with it, but
I know.
LeBron's my guy, bro. I gotta get it in there. But all right. Plus, that'll probably make for some good TikTok clips, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what this week I'm going to start posting from this episode on our TikTok. So, yeah, go follow our TikTok, you know, because we're going to start doing clips and shit, actually. So, all righty. Little bridge. We have another top 5 we want to do, and that's going to be NFL top 5 worst coaches. But we're going to bridge into that with just a little bit of baseball conversation because right now, I'm sure if you turn on ESPN, I'm sure if you've been on social media, you've probably seen what's been going on with Tim Anderson and Josh Donaldson. But if you haven't, basically Josh Donaldson, Tim Anderson, the Yankees and the White Sox, they got in a bit of an altercation on field, and it escalated throughout the series. In one game, it was a pushing match, and then game 2, it was a full-on benches clear moment. But it boiled down to apparently Josh Donaldson, after getting into this like pushing match with Tim Anderson, said something like, yeah, okay, Jackie, like calling him Jackie Robinson. And it kind of blew out of proportion from there. Basically, everybody took it as like some super racial claim, like, oh, how could you say that? Like, it's just, you know, because he's black, you have to compare him to Jackie Robinson. Then after, you know, Donaldson heard about the situation, was getting flamed on social media, he went on to a post-game interview and was like, look, there was no ill will at all in that statement. Like, it wasn't meant to be like that at all. It was just the fact of the matter is Tim Anderson literally compared himself to Jackie Robinson in like a major like ESPN magazine interview he did. He said, like, I'm the modern day Jackie Robinson. And so he was like, I was referencing that, like, because, you know, he thinks he's the shit, basically. And like, and they also used to be teammates, right? So I don't know.
I'm not touching this.
You're not touching it?
Dude, I don't know. It sounded like the ESPN headline was bad because as soon as I read that, it's like the ESPN headline was like Josh Donaldson calls Tim Anderson a Jackie. And I was like, well, that has racial intent. But then it came out, because I wasn't aware of that whole ESPN story. So maybe it doesn't sound as bad as it did. But I was like, this guy's getting suspended for sure.
He did get suspended in the game. Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be like 10.
I just thought it was, I don't know. I think the whole situation was kind of wild. I don't want to necessarily like give my opinion on it, but like, I just think it's kind of a little nuts. I think it got blown a little bit out of proportion, but I mean, kind of what else is the media going to do, bro? They're going to milk that shit. But and some other, on a positive note, baseball news. I thought this was really cool. I watched the game. Adley Rutschman got called up, the number 1 overall prospect in the minors right now, a catcher in the Orioles system, coming out of Oregon State a few years back, was the number 1 overall pick. And he went, I think it was 1 for 3, and he hit a triple in his debut. So starting off with a .333 batting average, not too shabby, you know. But of course they lost because it is the Baltimore Orioles, and that can be expected. But yeah, just really cool to see that, and I feel like he's going to have a pretty good career. based off what I've heard at least. I feel like there's been like a lot of prospects getting called up lately too, just in general around the league.
It's just about that time where bad teams pretty much admit, like, yeah, we're not going anywhere this season. Let's see what our young guys can do.
Yeah, just get into the mix.
It's just that time of year. And then it's usually around, mid-May to June. And then there won't be as many. It'll be more sporadic. And then by September, we're going to see September, we're going to see a bunch get called up because they're like, yep, we're out of the playoffs. So
what do you think the Rangers are going to call up Jack Leiter? Probably not this year, right?
No.
Yeah.
Probably not this year or next year.
Okay, fair.
I don't know. Maybe next year because he's blowing up AA.
Oh, really? Is he? I haven't kept up. Is he doing good?
Yeah. Apparently he's flaming them. We might see Cole win this year at the end of the year. I could see that happening.
What do you know? Sam Huff? I know Sam Huff.
Sam Huff is called up right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Actually, I did see that. Yeah. I did see him play. Yeah.
He's raking too. I mean, he's hitting only singles, but he has a very high batting average.
Don't the Rangers now? We have Jonah Heim, Sam Huff, and Mitch Garver.
Yeah,
well, Mitch Garver's been playing DH, but
he's been DHing.
We have three catchers. That's kind of weird to me. But Jonah Heim's also been playing really well.
It was supposed to be just Mitch Garver, but then Jonah Heim started raking. So
yeah.
There's nothing we can do about that. We have to play him.
Yeah. Alrighty, though. And then back on to another top 5 list. So I'll let you lead this one off, Elijah, with our NFL. Just had to get a little bit of football in there during the offseason. Our top 5 worst coaches of the 21st century. So basically of our life.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do 21st century. I'm not going to pull out and be like, yeah, Bud Ryan was a terrible head coach for the Houston Oilers back in the 90s. Like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I never saw shit. Yeah, I honestly also mostly chose coaches that I'm like familiar with too.
Yeah, that's what I did too. Obviously, like this list is inspired by Urban Meyer, because stuff just still keeps on coming out, and like literally where Doug Peterson said this team the locker room needs healing after that experience. It's like, dude, what happened in there? Like, I need to buy The Athletic so I can read that full article because like some shit went down apparently. If the locker room needs to heal, I've never heard that before in my life.
From like a group of grown men, professional athletes.
Yeah, that the coach was so bad that the team needs to heal. And the fucked up part too is I believe it. I'm like, yeah, they do need healing. Like
it's fucking Urban Meyer, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put anything past that man.
Yeah, obviously number 1, I think Urban Meyer might go down as the worst head coaching season in NFL history. Between all the debacles and all the sideshows and the shitty performance and just everything about it was terrible. So yeah, he's number 1. Number 2, I'm going Matt Nagy. I know record probably wouldn't suggest that, but towards the end, man, I mean, we all saw it. The dude was coming off as a rocker. It was so every single press conference was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, he would just lie blatantly about stuff, and he's just completely in over his head. He was a terrible head coach. I think him winning Coach of the Year his first year and winning those 12 games was almost bad for the Bears because it kept them around a little bit longer than they should have. Like,
honestly, you're right. That's a good point.
And he might have fucked up Justin Fields' development.
Yeah, forever. Like literally, I am so low on Justin Fields for the rest of his career.
Yeah, I think he might be a bust. Faith.
I do too. I can see it.
Next up, Adam Gase. The Adam Gase effect, of course. I mean, he turns every single player into dust. I mean, he did it to probably most notably Le'Veon Bell.
That's a good point.
And then every player that gets away from him suddenly turns good, like Ryan Tannehill. He started playing markedly better when he got away from him. And then just a bunch of obscure fantasy running backs that you could target for waiver wire pickups, because I would hear that about once or twice every year. But yeah, I don't have to go into detail. Probably I don't know. Maybe the dude was on coke, maybe not, because those eyes. You remember that press conference, his introductory press conference?
Adam Gase?
Yeah.
I think so. Not like off the top of my head,
the
but I remember
cocaine
it being
rumor.
like fake. Yeah, I remember it being like in the media.
And he was like, his eyes were big as dinner plates. It looked like he was jacked up on coke. Number 4, Hugh Jackson, because of course, like the dude won 1 game in 2 years. It's pretty freaking bad.
Yeah.
I know the Browns roster wasn't very good, but 1 game in 2 years.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, that's like literally all-time record. I think it is the all-time record. 1 game in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then number 5, another Bears head coach, Mark Trestman. He's another guy who was weighing over his head. He came in from the CFL. He's supposed to be a stud head coaching, like outside the box hire, and he just was a complete dud. And he was another guy that set the Bears back a couple of years.
Now, whenever I saw his name on the list, I didn't necessarily recognize him. Now that you say that, the former CFL guy, I do remember him. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my list is a little bit different, not like majorly different. And I mean, you've kind of already hit a lot of the points I was going to bring up, especially with like Urban Meyer. You know, all the shenanigans, everything going on in the locker room, just the fact that they didn't win jack shit after having 2 first-round picks, even though Etienne tore his ACL, but still, Trevor Lawrence, they should have at least won a game or 2 more than they did. But I digress. And then number 2, this one I guess is a little bit of a wild card because you didn't have him on yours, but I'm going Bobby Petrino. Absolutely horrendous win rate with the Atlanta Falcons, and also just, I don't know, kind of one of the biggest meme coaches throughout both college football and the NFL. Like, this is the same dude that got a DUI for crashing his motorcycle with like a college chick on it, and basically just straight up lied to the media. And then it was, he's that guy. He gets into a lot of shenanigans off field, kind of like Urban Meyer. And then number 3, wait, what? Go ahead.
Didn't Petrino leave in like a very meme way? Like at the Falcons, he like wrote it on a note.
I'm not sure, honestly. I wouldn't want to.
Oh my god! And then we pulled up.
Oh,
So I remember hearing about this. Bobby Petrino leaves Falcons.
I would not put it past him because he's, like I said, he's literally just like a meme coach. Like,
oh, so he literally. Okay, I remember the story now. Like the day the season ended, he's like, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going back to college." Blah blah blah. And then the next morning in the locker room, he had a handwritten note and said, "I'm going to Arkansas." And he went to coach for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, dude, what a clown. What a guy, though. All right, and then my list, I swapped your 3 and 4. I have them as my 4 and 3. I got Hugh Jackson at the 3. The same reasons as you. Literally 1 win in 2 seasons. It's just abysmal. Adam Gase, of course. And then I rounded out my list with number 5. Now, he's not necessarily that bad because he's Mr. 8-8, never make the playoffs, but always get close. Jeff Fisher, one of the most mediocre to below average coaches in NFL history. And he's just kind of been pretty prominent in the 21st century, like in our lifetime. So I don't know. I just threw him in the mix. He was one of the guys that came up off the top of my head.
I'm not going to lie. If you would have thrown in another guy besides Jeff Fisher, because Jeff Fisher took a team to a Super Bowl. Like, you have to remember that.
You're right. He
was the Air McNair guy. He made Air McNair. Music City Miracle was still Jeff Fisher. Like a bunch of crazy cool moments when he was with the Titans still. And then, I don't know. Towards the end there with the Rams, it got pretty bad. But, I mean, if you would have put in Jason Garrett, I would probably put in Jason Garrett over Jeff Fisher.
Jason Garrett, you're right. He's actually, I mean, in terms of like Mr. 8-8 and mediocre, yeah.
You go 8-8, 4-12, 12-4, 8-8. It's just like, ugh.
And then never win anything in that 12-4 season.
I think we won 3 playoff games in Jason Garrett's tenure.
Yeah. Yeah, wait. Yeah, because I know – actually, no, it's 2 because I know – I saw a stat just because I make fun of my Cowboys friends with it that the Bengals have more playoff wins now than the Cowboys do since 2000.
Yep.
So, good times.
Well, no, because Tony Romo won 2. I remember that. And Dak has won 1. So, it's definitely
3 and 3.
Yeah. I can't remember if Jason Garrett won all 3 of those or if that was Wade Phillips that won that first one. Either way, it's still bad.
Yeah, either way. All righty, though. We'll go ahead and round out. It's a little bit of a shorter episode tonight, but had to timing-wise, I have to catch, the Miami Heat game. Got to see Game 5. Got to see us catch a dub at home. So we'll close it out with some love it or loathe it. Elijah, you want? I'll go ahead or which one do you want? First or second round?
Give me second round.
All right, bet. I'm up.
All right. Tampa Bay Lightning advanced to Eastern Conference Finals for the 6th time in the last 8 years.
I loathe it. I am not a huge hockey guy, but as most of the country does, I hate the Tampa Bay Lightning, especially as a Stars fan, where they beat us in the Stanley Cup a couple years back. So, yeah, nope, I'm tired of seeing them be so good. Even though it's cool because they're a Southern hockey team and they're winning stuff, but at this point, it's getting old.
Colin Kaepernick worked out for the Raiders today.
All right, so I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of love it, kind of loathe it. So I love it in the sense that, yay, Colin Kaepernick, go get your opportunity, finally about time. But also at the same time, I don't like it because what the fuck is Kaepernick going to do now? This is 6 years too late,
Yeah.
He needed a spot back in 2016 when he originally got blackballed, or even 2017, 2018 when he was still – and I know he's still been working out and staying in shape, I'm sure. But is Colin Kaepernick going to hop on an NFL squad, be a starter, lead them to the playoffs? No. That Colin Kaepernick ship has sailed a few years back. But I do like the fact, though, and I want to see Kaepernick in the league. I just wonder – if it's worth it for both parties.
No,
if that makes sense.
It's not at all. Because I have strong feelings about, or just a strong opinion about this. It's like, dude, it's over. Colin Kaepernick deserved a job 6 years ago, at least as a backup.
Yes.
And it didn't happen because he was too much of a distraction. And now at this point, it's just this is just a way for people on Twitter to get mad when he inevitably doesn't get hired.
You're right, because he probably won't. Because literally, dude, the media has blown up about him just working out. Not even he's signing, just working out for him.
It's a dog and pony show. It's all bullshit. So it's dude, honestly, if he would just retire and stop doing this, I think he just does it to grab headlines for himself every once in a while. I really do.
Yeah, watch. He's going to be in another commercial soon now.
Yeah, exactly. People are going to be like, oh, shit, I remember Colin Kaepernick used to be an NFL quarterback. It's crazy.
Yeah, I want to see him in the league, but you're right. It's just at this point, it's almost too little, too late.
Stop.
It's I don't see it being beneficial for him either. Not only for the team, I just don't really see a purpose for him. I feel like he could. I don't know what else he's gonna do with his life though. Honestly, as a former quarterback, I'm sure he's making money off endorsements and clothing lines and stuff. But
huge deal with Nike. He's fine.
Yeah. So, alrighty. What's next?
Justin Thomas wins PGA Championship.
Oh, yeah. I love this one. I got to watch most of Sunday, the final day of the tournament, and it was electric. It went to a 3-hole playoff with Will Zalatoris and Justin Thomas. I thought Zalatoris was going to pull it out, but Thomas was just on his shit, bro. He was down by 8 strokes at one point in the tournament, fought all the way back on Saturday and Sunday, and just was ridiculous. He was on his game. And also I'd say Justin Thomas is probably my favorite golfer now. He's just fucking hilarious. If he has a bad shot, he literally just instantly will go, fuck.
Yeah.
And then it'll be go ball, go in there ball, go left ball. So he's just one of the guys on the course, so he's fun to watch. He's entertaining. Glad to see him win too, after coming up kind of short. I mean, top 5 at the Masters is still top 5 at the Masters, but being close. Now we got that win. I do feel bad for Pereira though. Did you see him choke that?
Yeah,
dude,
that was tough.
Oh my God, that was tough, bro. He got a double on hole 18 to lose it. All he needed was a par.
Ugh. Disgusting.
All righty though. Now switching over to you. First up, we got a former World Series poker winner was indicted in a $25 million gambling scheme.
Yeah, so this is crazy because what it was is people were paying for picks and they were selling it as a risk-free gambling thing. They were just selling their own picks and they basically bamboozled. And I think one of the quotes in the article not from him, but from another guy. And it's like he had to give a statement, probably for a plea deal. And it's like, we blatantly lied to our customers and stole their money from them. And I was like, something along those lines. I can't remember the complete quote. If more stuff comes out about it, I kind of want to talk about it in length because it's kind of crazy.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. I kind of want to start watching poker a little bit. I've been playing a lot more poker lately, so having some poker nights and stuff.
I watch clips sometimes.
All right, next up we got Zach Wilson bulks up and reportedly feels better and bigger for next season.
Yeah, I love it. It's the inevitable year two. Yeah, he's bigger now. He's stronger. He's got NFL strength now. I remember Daniel Jones was a dude who like totally like got jacked after his rookie year, and then it meant absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So I mean, this really doesn't mean a whole lot. Like we'll see it when he gets on the field.
All righty, and then last but not least, we got Mo Salah says he is staying at Liverpool next season.
Yeah, I'd love it. Mo Salah is good at soccer, right? So
he's very fucking good.
Yeah. So yeah, dope.
Leads the league in goals. Yeah, no, not good for Liverpool because they're already too damn good. I'm tired of them being good.
Oh, but not good for Arsenal.
Yeah, not good for Arsenal, basically. Not good for anybody in the league other than Liverpool, basically.
Well, Man City's, I think their throne is probably going to be. They got Haaland.
Dude, I know, dude. They literally just won the Premier League, and now they have Erling Haaland. It's not even fair, bro. All righty, though. That's going to be it, though, for this week's episode. A little bit shorter, but hopefully we'll have a bit more to cover for next week. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the episode, we got our brand new GTD Sports Chalkboard group up and running. So if you're on that app, go ahead and search for us there. But if not, stay on the lookout for our social media. We'll be putting official announcements out either tonight, probably tomorrow morning, though. So yeah, make sure you guys join that. And of course, use code GTDS125 at BetUS Sportsbook for 125% bonus. And we will see you guys on the episode next week. Peace.